Let's move on to question number 7. It says find all 3 cube roots of 64i. So 64i falls right here on this axis, on the imaginary axis, and we know that the r value on there is 64, and the angle measure, theta, is 90 degrees or pi over 2. So what I have is 64i, and I'm going to raise it to the 1/3 power because I want to find the cube roots of it. So what I could use is de Moivre's theorem right here. R kiss theta to the 1/n power. We would do r to the 1/n kiss theta divided by n. But in order to do that, I first need to put it in trig form. So 64i to the 1/3 power is the same thing as 64 kiss 90 degrees to the 1/3 power. So 64 to the 1/3 power is 4, and then 1/3 of 90 is 30 degrees. Now keep in mind, this is just one solution in trig form. If you want your answer in standard form, then you're going to need to expand and multiply and get this. But in order to get all 3 answers, I need to do 360 degrees divided by 3, which is 120 degrees, and then I need to take 120 degrees and add it to 30. 120 degrees plus 30 is 150 degrees. And then add another 120 degrees to get 270 degrees. Now here are your 3 answers right here. These are your 3 answers in trig form. And then here are your 3 answers in standard form once we've expanded those and found those values on the unit circle. Last one, number 8, find all 4 solutions to the equation. We have x to the 4th power plus 256 equals 0. If I subtract 256 from both sides, I get x to the 4th power equals this. And then I want to take the 4th root of this. Now, keep in mind, I'm taking the 4th root of a negative number. I can't do that unless my value is in trig form. And in order to do that, I'm going to use de Moivre's theorem, going back to this right over here. And in order to do that, I need to first plot it on the polar plane. So negative 256 is right over here. That's a real number on the real axis, and it goes to the left. So the r value is 256 because it's 256 away from the pole, and theta is equal to 180 degrees or pi. So I have 256 kiss 180 degrees raised to the 1/4 power. Using de Moivre's theorem, I end up with this, which will give me 4 kiss 45 degrees. And that's the answer in trig form, but if we want it in standard form, we'll have to expand and multiply. Now remember, if this is to the 4th power, that means there are 4 solutions. So 360 degrees divided by 4 is 90 degrees. So you need to add 90 degrees to get this next answer. Add 90 degrees to get the 3rd answer, add 90 degrees to get the 4th answer. So here are the answers in trig form. There are your 4 answers in trig form. And here are your 4 answers in standard form. And you could do this using your calculator. You can check these answers using your calculator. Just make sure to do the 4th root of negative 256, and it should give you that, as long as your calculator settings are good.